Welcome to What the Tech. We're the show that cuts right through all the corporate hype to tell you what is really going on with the tech in your life. And today, we're talking about something that could be happening in your kitchen right now. So picture this. You walk into your kitchen past that big, beautiful Samsung smart fridge that you paid a ton of money for. A little notification pops up. Software updated. We've all seen this a million times, right? Usually it's a good thing, bug fixes, maybe a slicker interface, but this time it's something else entirely. Because what Samsung just pushed to your expensive appliance, it isn't just a patch. No, it's a fundamental change to the deal you thought you had when you handed over your credit card. And let's be crystal clear about the stakes here. We're not talking about some free-to-play mobile game. This is a premium appliance. We're talking $2,000, probably more. It's the centerpiece of your home. And that is the punchline to this whole joke. With one little update, Samsung has decided that your expensive, privately owned refrigerator is now their commercial real estate. It's a billboard sitting right there next to your milk. Now, there's a fancy corporate term for this, and you really need to know it. Post-purchase monetization. Sounds boring, I know, but trust me, it's one of the most cynical moves in tech today. It basically means the company thinks the sale is just the beginning. They're not done making money off you just because you bought the product. Of course, Samsung isn't going to come out and say that. No way. They're wrapping this thing up in a pretty bow, calling it a helpful new feature that's here to make your life better. So let's take a look at their official story. Okay, listen closely to those words. Responsible, user-controlled, helpful. I mean, this is textbook PR spin, designed to make you feel comfortable, like they're doing you a massive favor. But are they really? So what is this helpful new feature? Well, it's a widget that rotates through a few screens. You've got news, okay, that's fine. Calendar events, sure. Weather, yep, makes sense. And then, bam, curated advertisements. They just sneak it right in there, like an ad for laundry detergent is just as helpful as knowing it's going to rain. All right, let's circle back to that phrase, user-controlled. Because this right here, this is the heart of Samsung's entire defense, and is where the whole thing just completely falls apart. You see, you have to understand the night and day difference between opt-in and opt-out. Opt-in is when you see a new feature and you make an active choice. You say, yes, I want that. Opt-out is the sneaky cousin. It means the ads are turned on by default, and now the burden is on you to hunt through menus and figure out how to turn them off. It's a strategy that absolutely preys on inaction. And that's the whole game right there, isn't it? These companies know that most people never, ever change the default settings. They're literally banking on the fact that you, or maybe your parents, won't bother digging through the settings to disable their new feature. Which brings us to the most crucial point. You did not agree to this when you bought the fridge. The rules of the game were changed on you after the fact through a software update. They're trying to get your consent through an update, not through the original contract you made when you bought the thing. But look, this is so much bigger than just seeing an annoying ad. This update is a Trojan horse. It's designed to smuggle a much more invasive business model into the most private space in your entire home, your kitchen. Right now, Samsung is saying the ads are non-personal, for now. But come on, we all know the roadmap here, right? Phase 1 is generic ads. Phase 2, once we're all used to it, they'll start personalizing those ads using all the data your smart home is collecting. This leads to them building these incredibly detailed profiles of your entire household's habits and routines. And just think for a second what that means in a shared family space. Do you really want an ad for that surprise anniversary gift you were researching to pop up for your spouse to see? Or worse, what about ads related to a sensitive health search showing up on the family fridge for your kids or your guests to see? This isn't just some website. It's the physical hub of your home. When you really break it down, it's just brutally obvious who this whole thing is for. Samsung's ad division and their shareholders, they're the winners. And who are the losers? Well, that would be you, the consumer, the sense of trust in your own home, and frankly, Samsung's own reputation. So what can you actually do about it? Well, this isn't a lost cause. Remember, they're calling this a test, which is corporate speak for, we're watching to see if we can get away with it. So, it's your move. Here are 3 simple things you can do right now. 1. Dive into your fridge's settings and find that advertisements menu. 2. Toggle those ads off. And 3, this is a pro tip. Find the original webpage or marketing material for the fridge you bought, the one that showed it with no ads, and take a screenshot. That's your proof of the product you were promised. And finally, let's use their own words against them. They claim this is a test to listen and learn. Okay, fine. Let's teach them something. Go on their social media channels and politely but firmly let them know what you think about them turning your kitchen into their personal ad space. So, what's the final verdict here at WtT? Where do we land on all this?
Look, it's really this simple. This move is not about being helpful. It's a cynical, calculated play to squeeze recurring revenue out of a product you already paid thousands for. And it treats your trust as just an acceptable loss.
But the biggest danger here is the precedent this sets. Because if a giant like Samsung gets away with this, it gives a green light to every other company making a smart device. Your oven, your TV, your thermostat. Suddenly, owning a premium product no longer means you own a private, ad-free space.
If you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Opt-out is not consent. Forcing you to solve a puzzle just to turn something off is not getting your permission. It is coercion by design, and it is a flat-out betrayal of the trust you place in a brand when you welcome them into your home. If you are tired of companies pulling stunts like this and you want someone to call them out, you are in the right place. That's what we do here. So make sure you like and subscribe to WtT for more commentary that cuts through the noise. Thanks for watching.